Morning, dear students. Welcome once again to the online classes for English Standard 7th, and we are going to start the revision for examination number 5, which is going to be start from 16th of December 2020. So, model paper and sample paper has been already given to you. You can see the model papers and you can have a guess of what the kind of the paper will be there for you to write, and you can have the idea on the type of the paper which will get for writing examination number 5. So let us start the revision. Unit 1 and unit 2 are included in examination number 5. The unit 1 is the world around us, in which activity 1 is having a puzzle. The answer for the puzzle is water. So, dear students, you may have some more questions on this puzzle. So, prepare this activity very well. In the second activity, it is given one poster which tells that save water, save life, and the world, and save the world. So, what are the necessity of water for humans, for agriculture, for the animals and plants who live underwater, on over water? Then how is water helpful for the industry and power production? So, as we are human beings, water is the basic component of each and every cell, and it is also essential for our existence. Water is the only source which keeps our body temperature at 36.8 degrees Celsius, that is the normal body temperature of a human being. If the temperature rises above 36.8 degrees Celsius, we say that the person is having fever, and sometimes the temperature also goes below 36.8 degrees Celsius, then our body is felt very cold that time. Also, water forms the component of blood. Water also helps to carry oxygen and nutrients to our cell and remove waste material from our body. Water keeps us clean and healthy. So, water is of very essential use in our body. At our house also, we use water for cooking food, we use water for washing utensils, we use water for cleaning different things, and for watering the plants, flushing the toilets, etc. We also use it for recreation. Activities like swimming, sailing, and fishing is totally dependent on water, because you cannot swim in an empty pool, or you cannot sail when the water is absent. Water is very essential. A person can survive for more than 30 days if he is without food, but a person cannot survive for a week also if he is without water. So, we use water for many things in our day to day life. So, dear students, you might be knowing what are the uses of water in our day to day life. From morning till evening, we use it in many ways, like drinking, bathing, watering the plants, washing the clothes, utensils, etc. There are a lot of things. We also use water for agriculture. Sometimes the water which is used for plants is provided by us. So, water is also used for agriculture. We use water as much as 10-meter deep, 100-meter wide, and 7.1 million kilometers in length, which is long enough to encircle the globe 180 times to produce food for today's world population every year. So, it is a very big number, dear students. If we are digging a land which is 10-meter deep, and the width of the land is 100-meter, and the length of the land is 7.1 million kilometers. Dear students, it is million kilometers and not 1000 kilometers. So, which is approximately equal to 180 times of the total diameter of the globe. So, it's a very big number, and that much water is used every year, not full life. It is used every year to water the plants, the agricultural crops which we use as a food. So, that is a very big number. That much water is used for us to do agriculture. Now, water habitat for animals and plants. So, from a small freshwater pond to a vast Pacific Ocean, almost every water body found on Earth is an important habitat for plants and animals. Life began in water, and even today, half of the world's creatures live under water. So, dear students, we know that water is one of the essential components of life. Many lives depend on water. Many marine animals and marine plants have developed underwater, and they Even the half of the world's creatures today we know they live under the water. Water is also essential for industry and power production. There are many industrial units who use water for the production or for the disposal of the byproducts also. So this is one of the main reason why industrial belts have developed along river banks, because river banks are near to the industry, so they find it very easy to dispose their byproducts in the water. Water is also important component in power production. For the thermal power plants, water is essential source which is helpful for producing powers. River water is used to produce hydroelectricity by building dams and through thermal power plants. You might be knowing how river water is used to produce hydroelectricity by building dams. The flow of the water is helping us to move the turbine, and then it is connected to what we call as dynamo, and then it is then the electricity is produced by the force of the water. You know the exact working of turbines. The turbines are placed in the flow of water. When the doors of dams are opened, the flow of water falls directly on the turbine, which helps the turbine to move in circular motion. These turbines are connected to dynamos, which convert the mechanical energy of the turbine into electrical energy, which is stored in the transformers, and again it is sent to our houses with the cable supplies. So dear students, we came to know about the essential uses of water for humans, agriculture, animals and plants, and industries. After that, we have activity number 3. It is matching. The answer is been already provided in the previous videos. You can go through it and you can find it. Activity number 3 is very essential for examination point of view. So you should learn this activity by heart. Then activity number 4, it is also a very important thing for examination number 5. So I have given the answer for activity number 4 by giving numbers to the statements. Like I have given number 1, for use only as much as water as you require. Then number 2, close the taps tightly after use. Then number 1 and 2 I have distributed in do's and don'ts column. In the home already the videos has been uploaded for the answers. You can see the study materials under your school app. You will find the answers. Okay, if you have any doubts regarding how to solve this activity number 4, you can directly call me or you can WhatsApp me. I will explain you how to solve it. The first statement is number 1, second statement is number 2, the third statement is number 3, and I have given these numbers in the columns of do's and don'ts. I have not written the full statement. So if I have written number 1 in the do's column, it means the first statement will come in the do's column. If I have written the last statement in the don'ts column, it means that last statement will be coming under don'ts column. So in this we have to understand how the solution is been made for activity number 4. Activity number 5 means we have to use you have to show the direct use and indirect use of energies, the things which are totally dependent on energies, on the equipments which use directly the electricity which is coming into our houses, and the equipments which use the electricity in an indirect way. Answers have been already provided, you can see. Activity number 6 is a question which says that do you know where the energy comes from? The statement says we get energy, electricity in almost all activities of life, directly or indirectly. So electricity is a form of energy. Producing energy, that is not very easy, because there are many different sources of energy that are renewable sources, like what we call the air, then water, whatever things are available naturally, they are the renewable sources. And non-renewable sources like petroleum, we have diesel, gases, CNG, LPG, kerosene, coal, etc. These are the non-renewable sources of energy. The renewables are the energy which can be produced using the wind, water and sun. Sun is known as energy which is related to sun is known as solar energy. So we have to write the two major advantages of renewable, non-renewable energy. The answer has been already provided. We can visit the previous videos and the PDFs which has been uploaded for the answers. You can get the answer, and also if you find some other major disadvantages, you can also write the answers of your own. Here we have to use re and create a new word, like use will become reuse. Take the words which is which are applicable and understandable after using re. Like if we add re to cycle, it becomes recycle. So that is a meaningful word. And for popular, we cannot use re-popular because it is a meaningless. So in this way, you have to create new words. Then activity number 7, it is the steps is given for the production of hydroelectricity. I have already explained in the previous video how it is constructed, how the flow of water is helpful in moving the turbine, which is connected to dynamo. We also call it as a generator. Then electricity is produced and it is transferred to our houses using cables. Now you will have to write the process which is involved in production of wind energy and the functioning of solar water heater. The answers have been already provided, but if you want some change in that, you can make the changes and you can write your own answers. It should be correct, then it will be acceptable. Activity number 8, like the first one, turn off all necessary lights. The answers has been given in the previous homework sections and the videos. You can find the answers you can put at home, in the kitchen, at school, or while traveling. Activity number 9 is depending upon the world without chocolates. There is a article which is totally depending upon biodiversity. You can read this activity and you have to write some more ways in which biodiversity keeps us alive. We have to list any 3 of them. Then in the next part, we have to write the activities and the effects which is caused by the biodiversity. You can write your own answers and also you can write the answer which has been already provided to you. The 10th activity is the do's and don'ts for saving water energy. We have to note the points and we have to write the do's and don'ts for the suggestion of conservation of biodiversity. So these are totally answerable by students itself. They can write their own answers also, and they can write the answer which has been already provided to them. Let's go to activity number 2. The topic of the unit 2 is how things work. In the first activity, it is set to us to find the meanings of the new words like reflect, photon, and angle. Okay. Activity number 2 says about the mirror. What is the working of mirror? The mirror which is placed on the cars, which shows us the rear views, and sometimes a slogan is written like objects in the mirror are closer than they appear. So what does it means and what is the exact working of the mirrors? Then activity number 3 shows us to write the article which begins by asking questions about things, of how the things are working. Like the sample is given in the how mirrors are working, how magnifying glasses are working, how cameras and microscopes are working. So you have to write the new articles about electricity. The 4 things you have to write on that is dependent on electricity. Then we have to frame questions also. One of the sample is given in the previous videos, and remainings you can write by your own also. Then activity number 4 tells that how the light gets reflected from hard smooth surface and how the light gets scattered from the rough and soft surfaces. The particles which are responsible for the flow of light are known as photons. They are very tiny particles. The light particles hit some object and bounce back like a ball does. So if the surface is smooth hard, it will reflect by the angle by which it is hitting the surface. The incident ray and the reflected ray forms the same angle with the object it is hitting. And if the surface is not hard and smooth, if the surface is rough or it is soft and scattery surface like a blanket, it will not reflect with the same angle by which it is hitting the surface. It will be getting scattered. Next is activity number 5. We have to write the story on the same topic which has the title how does it do that. I have given you one example for it, and you can write any article of your own choice. That is totally dependent upon the answer which is given by the student. You can select any topic and you can write it. Then activity number 6 is showing us how a bubble of water, like a drop of water, is helpful as a magnifying lens. You might have seen, if we are putting a drop of water on the books, the letters which are under it gets enlarged. it is getting magnified, and we can see a bigger image of the letters. In the same way, the light rays which are hitting the drop of water, they gets bent. Because of that bending, the letters which are placed below the drop of water gets enlarged. It's a science mechanism. You will understand if you will see science subject. It might be included in your science syllabus also, that how a drop of water is helpful in magnifying the objects, because the light rays which are entering the drop of water, they come by different angles, so that causes the magnification of the letters or the object which are placed under the drop of water. You have to write the cause also, the explanation for how the drop makes the cloth look better, bigger. Okay, I have given you the answer, but if you find that you can write it in some other words, you are most welcome to write the answers. Now, the next activity number 7 is regarding the raining umbrella. Raining umbrella, which was invented to solve a problem that the person who are working in the hot sun, they will really got into trouble by the heat which was emitted by the sun. So to solve that problem, a little girl from Japan invented the raining umbrella, which used to sprinkle water. The bottle was attached at the lowermost portion, which was connected to the pipes which were under the clothes, which is by which the umbrella is made. A button was attached to it, and when it was pressed, that's spray bottles are there. When the button was pressed, the waters used to come out of the umbrella like a rain water. I tried a lot on surfing the net to find the exact image of raining umbrella, but I was not able to get. But you can just imagine the normal umbrellas having a bottle at the below end, and that water which was filled in the bottle was coming out like a spray, and it was giving some relaxation with the hot sun. Activity number 8 is telling us to write about raining umbrella. What is the mechanism? How does it works? So answer is already provided. If you find some more sentences, you can add to it and you can complete it. Activity number 9, you have to write about a child who has made some invention. I have given you the example of James Watt. He was the person who has invented the steam engine. I have given the story also. You have to read it and you have to learn it. Then activity number 10 has given to us the quotations which are given by some important persons like Steve Jobs, John Cage, and Walt Disney. They were one of the greatest inspirations to the human beings. The quotes we given by them gave us a deep knowledge. So the inspirational thoughts has been given to you. I have given the answer for the first one. Second and third was given to you as a homework. I hope that you might have written that the inspirational thought which comes from the quotation of John Cage and from the Walt Disney. So that's all for activity number 10, and revision exercise is also been given to you in the form of comprehension. That will be an unseen passage given to you, and if you have any other queries, you can directly WhatsApp me on my WhatsApp number, or you can directly call me. The numbers are already available in the previous videos and homework sections. So all the best for now. Study nicely, get good marks, so that you can come up with the flying colors. So all the best for examination number 5. I hope you will perform more better than the previous exams. Thank you, students. So I will end this video by my all the best wishes to you, so that you are able to perform more and more better in examination number 5. Once again, I will repeat that if you find any queries or any doubts are there, even a small doubts, don't feel any type of shyness, or you can feel free to ask me any doubts which you find in the book. Let me remind you once again the syllabus. The syllabus includes unit 1 and unit 2. You have to complete it fully, means everything should be learnt from unit 1 and unit 2. Only some question answers and some meanings will be included from the semester 1 book. So just go through the meanings which has been provided from semester 1 in the previous videos, and also some question answers will be included from semester number 1. So that's all for the syllabus. The paper is quite easy. If you will learn for a small period of time also with great concentration, we will be able to perform better. So all the best. complete the examination and submit the papers on 24th of December 2020. All the best, students.